These are the adventures of a temporarily out of work wife and mother. So I worked the overnight shift Saturday night at the Behavioral Health Center, and soon as I got off, I headed to the grocery store. Grabbed some things that we needed for the house, but primarily I shopped for Father's Day. We were doing a big brunch at home and dinner, because you can make Father's Day great even on a budget. But before we got to the food, I had to give that lady's son that I married some of his gifts. Give you something from your children's. Close your eyes. Here. Turn it around. What'd it say? This Father's Day, we did t-shirts. One for Dad and one for each of the kiddos. His shirt said, "I became the father I needed." And I had to cut the video because there were tears. When he got himself together, I showed him his baby girl's t-shirt, which said, "Raised by a great man with a big heart." And then his baby boy's t-shirt. And I think that one may have taken the cake. It said, "My father's love got me here." Now, I'd been out of town from Tuesday to Saturday, and before I left meals for these people in my house to eat. Clearly, they didn't. I was at my oldest baby girl's house taking care of her after her surgery. I got back Saturday afternoon, finished my youngest baby girl's hair, and then immediately went to her birthday dinner. When dinner was over, I rushed to the part-time job. Worked all night and then came home and got right to it. For brunch, that lady's son that I married decided that he wanted salmon croquettes, homemade French toast, hash browns, chicken sausage, scrambled eggs, and honey butter croissants. But before I could get started, I needed to put these groceries away, start cleaning the kitchen, and fixing all of the things that they left askew while I was out of town. So I called my sunshine and enlisted his assistance. To save time and maximize the space, I went ahead and rolled over that mobile island and started slamming those pots together. And you can tell from my sunshine's body language that he was getting fussed out about all the food that was not eaten. So once I had all of the surfaces that I would be using cleaned and prepped, I went ahead and organized the dishes that they left in the sink and all over the counter for washing, and bust out my big boy griddle for my French toast. But before I started on that French toast, I needed to go ahead and prepare those salmon croquettes and get my sunshine on the hash browns. To save time and energy, I did purchase the Simply potatoes, already diced and seasoned potatoes, but of course I had to add my own seasonings, a little garlic powder, onion powder, and Sazon. Show him how to get it going. And while I diced the onions, green peppers, and red peppers, I had him add the oil to the pan for the salmon croquettes. I had to give him a little lesson on what it looked like when you put a half of an inch of oil in the pan. And then I added half of the onions, green peppers, and red peppers to his potatoes and to my salmon. Then I added both panko breadcrumbs and regular breadcrumbs to the eggs and seasonings that I'd put in the salmon. And once all of the ingredients were well incorporated, I went ahead and started forming my patties, giving them a nice breadcrumb crust and adding them to my pan. As I added each one, I turned the previous one to prevent them from burning. I had him line the air fryer and add the chicken sausage to it, and then gave him a lesson on rolling these croissants. And then it was time to go ahead and do my French toast and scramble my eggs. But since cleanliness is next to godliness, I went ahead and cleaned that island and had my sunshine assist with gathering all of the ingredients, which include flour, sugar, milk, eggs, cinnamon, vanilla extract, and a pinch of salt. For my French toast, I like to use brioche bread because it's thick and has its own sweetness. Then I oiled and buttered my grill and soaked each piece of bread in my batter. With my grill on 300, this French toast cooked perfectly, allowing me to plate up all the other foods while it did its thing. And with the table set, we called that man down for his Father's Day brunch. The table was a little light because my baby girl had to work. My oldest baby girl is out of town, still recovering from her surgery. And my firstborn baby girl was probably hungover from all of her Juneteenth festivities. With condiments and drinks readily available, that lady's son that I married enjoyed his meal. And I had a few hours to prepare for dinner. He'd requested steak, twice baked potatoes, and Parmesan broccoli. Happy Father's Day.